I'm Jeremy Clough with AZ Central Sports. With me are Cardinals beat reporters Bob McManaman and Jose Romero, and we're previewing Sunday's NFL Week 4 game between the Cardinals and Carolina Panthers in Charlotte. Bob, let's start with you. What's something that you'll be keeping an eye on Sunday in Charlotte?
Weather conditions, Jeremy. I'm going to be there, and I don't want to catch cold or get sick again. So uh, I know it's going to be a problem for somebody. I've talked to the kickers, a couple players, but I mean, you're talking about the remnants of a Class 4 hurricane, and that's never a good thing, man, especially in an outdoor stadium. But it's still going to be a problem for anybody handling the football, and that's quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, and like I said, kickers. That's what I'm going to be watching out for, and keeping my butt dry.
Jose, turning to you, what's something that you're going to keep an eye on Sunday? Maybe a key to the game for the Cardinals?
Well, I think if the weather allows for it, there's two things I guess. If the weather allows for it, I'm keeping an eye on the wide receivers because they're going to be very shorthanded there. It looks like no AJ Green this week. It looks like so you're down to Hollywood Brown, you're down to Greg Dortch, potentially Andy Isabella, Andre Pacelli moving up off the practice squad, and hopefully if they can get Rondale Moore ready to go this weekend, I think that'll be a big key. They really need all the help they can get at that position. So if the weather allows for some throwing, that would be a key there. And then also getting James Conner established in the running game if you have to slog it out with the Panthers in the mud and the rain and such. But he's just been kind of non-existent in these first three games, and he was a Pro Bowl guy last year, and that's a guy who's considered a star on your offense that you have to get going.
Bob, turning back to you, Christian McCaffrey is always hard to defend, but he might not even be playing. What are the Cardinals going to be trying to do on defense against the Panthers?
They got to stop the run first of all. Anytime you play against this team, it's stop the ball first and worry about everything else second. And they haven't been able to do that much against this team in the past. But McCaffrey has had injury history and situations. If he can't go, it's a big break for Arizona. But Jose referenced it. Cardinals had 14 of their own players not practice on Wednesday, either because or were limited because of injuries or rest. Most of it was because of injuries. And that's never a good thing. They're shorthanded. I agree with everything Jose said on Arizona's side, what needs to happen. But what really needs to happen? They need to score points in the first quarter, guys. They haven't done it yet. They've been outscored in the first quarter. It's even worse in the first half. They have to find a spark. And we asked Kyler Murray Wednesday, what do you just need, like a couple big plays early to get the offense out of this funk and into some sort of rhythm? He said no. He says we're just not good enough foundationally overall to do anything right. So everything's got to. It's not one or two plays. It's the whole process needs to be better. That's not an encouraging sign heading into the fourth game of an NFL season for a team that looked at itself as a contender. I don't think they're going to be anything after this week if they lose. It's a must-win game, guys. There's no doubt about it.
All right. Speaking of must-win, will the Cardinals win? Jose, what's your prediction?
I think it might come down to if McCaffrey plays. He's such a big key, such a big part of what the Panthers do on offense and has been for a long time. But this is a guy who's never really been able to stay healthy for a full season, at least in the last few. But I think if you have a limited McCaffrey or no McCaffrey, I think this is the Cardinals' chance here. And history says it's not likely because the Panthers have gotten their number, but this is again a must-win game here. You have to look at it like that, and I think the Cardinals will respond if they can get that running game going.
Okay. Bob, do you have a prediction for the game?
Yeah, I'll go 23-20 Cardinals. I think that they can win this game on their own merits because their backs are against the wall. So is Carolina's. Let's not kid ourselves, but I think everyone looked at the Cardinals as a much better team than what they're showing now. Yes, they are depleted, but they've got to end this misery stretch here and be the team that we thought they were and that they thought they were. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt here. They win by a field goal. or 3 points.
Sounds good. For all your Cardinals coverage, follow us at azcentral.com.